We're going to do a session which gets everything moving inside the body in a fun way. So it gets more fluidity into the body, gets the joints open, opens up the whole body in a nice way, which creates a lot of mobility inside the body. So we're just going to start with stretching up, lengthening everything, creating more space through the spine, through the hips. As I'm reaching over towards the right, I lift the right heel off the floor to create a little extra extension on this side through the body. And the other side, I lift the other heel off the floor and stretch up. Change. And breathe deep into the body. Breathe into the ribs and the lungs, create more space. Pull the arms back. And bring the arms down, release through the shoulders. Roll the shoulders forwards. Just warming up the joints for a short while. And backwards, keep the mind inside the shoulder joints. And just let them move as fluidly and as open as they can. Waking them up and lubricating them a little bit. And we're going to open up the hips a little bit. Just waking them up. Getting ready for the session. And inwards as well. And a few circles with the waist. And get it stretching all through the front and the sides and the back. And the other side, the other direction, I mean. Just twist. All right. And then I'm going to do a bit of bouncing. Just loosening up everything inside. Getting rid of stuck areas in the body. Take a few nice deep breaths. Add a few sighs. Shake the diaphragm at the same time so you can free up the lungs as well. Breathe in. Breathe out and sigh. Just a couple more deep breaths. Release the shoulders. Let the bounce go through them. And settle down. And I'm going to do a few swing kicks to get some mobility and stretch into the legs. So start gentle. So just swing it up a little bit. Start with one leg. Let the muscles loosen up. And start gentle on the other side. Okay, so now if you can increase it. And we're going to do interchanging between both legs. So bring it up, 1, 2, 3, step, up, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up. And as you do it, pull the toes back so we get extra stretch through the underside of the leg. So pull the toes back, we swing it up. And if you feel okay with the movement, speed it up a little, increase the stretch. If you want to, you can stretch out the arms at the same time. Getting through to the shoulders at the same time, getting a stretch. And just bounce in the middle. And we're going to do a few towards the opposite shoulder, so get a little bit deeper into the butt. Bring it up, across the body, across the body. Breathe nice and deep. Really nice thing to start your session with. Warm everything up, get everything moving, get the blood flow flowing gently. If we're warmer, it's easier to do the stretches afterwards and the movements. All right, and then we're gonna take the leg from inside to out. Just like we have a ball on the floor, and we kick it. So we kick, let it swing around, let it swing around. And propel your leg from the core. Take it gentle if you have any hip injuries, hip problems. Then go gentle. You can even do it smaller, slower if you need. If you're okay with the movement though, speed it up a little. And just bounce in the middle. Release shoulders again. And for the last one, bring the arms out. And we're going to go from out to in, trying to reach the hand. Out to in, out to in. As we have the arms out, don't let the shoulders come up. Release and spread. Just so we getting into our hip joints, our legs, and the shoulders and the chest at the same time. Keep it all stretched all the way to the fingertips. And up. Two more. One and two. And release. Release the shoulders. And settle down. And we need to prepare the wrists for the next bit. So we lengthen out through each of the fingers and we rotate, letting the lengthening from fingers go all the way down into the wrists. And the other way. Lengthen. And stretch one of the wrists. And the other one. And we're going to activate the muscles through the wrist a little bit. So we're going to push into the floor with the fingertips a few times. Waking up the wrists, putting a little bit of strength into them. And rotate a little bit more. Okay, so the first one we're going to start with is on all fours, and we're going to walk slowly, bringing the leg in, bringing the other arm out. As we do this movement, as we bring the arm through, we try to lengthen from the base of the spine, so there's whole line lengthens through the whole spine, out into the arm, like that. Then you get a nice opening through the tissues, through the spine. Nice stretch, which is very rejuvenating, good for the upper body. So, upper body and the whole spine. Bring the arm out, and bring the foot in. Out, and in. Lengthen from the base of the spine, lengthen from the base of the spine. We can walk back, lengthen the leg out, in, lengthen the leg out through the spine, and lengthen, and lengthen. And forwards again, this time as we lengthen all the way from here and out, leave the leg behind for as long as you can. So we create a lengthening through the whole body from the foot to the front hand. And then bring it in. Lengthen from the base of the spine. Leave the back foot behind so we get a nice stretch through the whole body. Then bring it in. Lengthen through the whole body and bring it in. Lengthen through the whole body and bring it in. Lengthen through the whole body and bring it in. And we can go back, lengthen, lengthen. And as we do it, we want to keep the movement smooth and quite slow, because then we get into the soft tissues of the body. If we do a fast, jerky movement, then that activates the muscles more. So we want to keep it slow and soft. That helps connect with the soft tissues, helps connect the whole body together into a more flowing whole, where all the tissues can go in one direction and lengthen through the whole body. As we do that, then they bind, they connect together, and the chi flow can increase, because the soft tissues are like the riverbeds for the energetic channels. So when we are able to connect to soft tissues, it will make you hotter, because the blood and the chi starts flowing more. Okay, so try to connect with that soft movement. So we go slow, lengthen everything slowly in, and lengthen. Don't lengthen just the arm, lengthen from here all the way through and in. Lengthen through the whole body and in. And in. Keep the mind in the body. If you have a small room, you can just take a few steps back and a few steps forwards. If you have a big room, it's nice to do a whole lap. And keep the mind through the whole body. Let all the tissues open and spread and lengthen. Back. And in. Good. Roll the shoulders back. Rotate the wrists. Lengthen. Lengthen through the top side of the arm. And the other one. And we're going to do one movement which is more of a stretch. It can be more tricky. This one, we try to keep the legs straight. We bring the arm forward. We bring the other leg as close to the left hand as you can. We step forwards. Bring the other leg as close to the right hand as we can. We lengthen. Bring a straight leg in. Lengthen. Bring a straight leg in. Okay, so you want to aim for a straight leg, but if that's too tricky, then just keep it a little bit more bent, and each time you do it, work towards a straighter leg. Okay. Out. Bring the leg in. Forwards with the left, and then the right leg. Forwards with the right arm, and then the left leg. Forwards with the left arm, and the right leg. Okay, So one more time. So as we start, we have on our right side, we have the right foot forwards and the right arm back. So they're close together. Left arm forwards, further forward, and the left leg further back. And then we bring the right arm forwards, and left leg in. Left arm forwards, right leg in. Right arm forwards, left leg in. Left arm forwards, and right leg in. And it just gets really nice and deep into this whole line of the body at the same time as we get a chance of lengthening through the spine into the arm again. So it just works there. Ways open everything. Really nice. Let's do the last one. So we have the right side of the body together. Right foot, right hand close together. And step forwards with the right. And in with the left. Keep the straight leg if you can. Forwards with the left hand. In with the right. Forwards with the right arm. In with the left. Forwards with the left. In with the right. And roll the wrists again. Stretch to the top side of the wrist. And the other wrist. If it's hard on your knees, make sure you have a carpet on the floor. Or if it's tricky to work on the wrists, you can change to the fist in some of the movements. You can play around with it. And we're going to do one more animal walk, which is in the middle of both of them, middle height. So here, go quite low, but we're on our feet instead of the knees, like in the first one. And then we lengthen, bring foot in, lengthen. So we're walking in the middle height. This just enables you to get into the body in a slightly different way and into the spine in a slightly different way. Get a little bit more rotation through the hips as we move and through the spine, so you can give you nice clicks if you need to open it up or reset some vertebrae. So here we start in the same way. Right side, right arm and right foot closer together. We lengthen out, bring the left foot in, left arm out, right foot in. And same, lengthen from the base of the spine. And let's walk back. If you reach the end of your room, otherwise you can continue forwards, because I think forwards is the one with the most benefits with the lengthening aspect. So as we do this, get a little bit of a rotation through the pelvis and the hips here. In, lengthen, rotate, and the hip. As you walk forwards, keep it nice and smooth and slow. Lengthen everything. Get the movement through the spine. Each time as you bring the arm forward, see if you can gain a little bit more connectivity with this part, the lower part of the spine. Get it working more and more, because it takes a while to connect the different body parts together. In the beginning, probably just the arm will move, and then we feel like it extends all the way from here. Last time. Nice rotation through the back. Lengthen, lengthen. Get it moving. As we're moving the spine in this way and bringing the legs in towards the gut, we also massage this area a little bit, so it's also very good for the bowel movement to do this sort of movements. Bring the base of the feet together and lightly bounce the feet Gewoon bounce your feet. Bounce your knees up and down. So you can get some movement into the hip joints. Straighten the legs forwards. And we're going to lengthen down. Start with the lower part of the spine, the middle, and the upper. Small movements. Take some nice deep breaths. And cross the legs. Straighten up and down. Keep your awareness on the area that needs to open up. And on the in-breath, breathe into that area, create more space, more stretch. As you breathe out, release the tissues, but hold the stretch. So go into the stretch, breathe in. Let everything expand and breathe out. Release the tissues, but hold the stretch. If you listen to the area in this way, the stretch will be a lot more efficient than just holding it and thinking about other things. If we engage the mind, absorb the mind into the tissues and tell them to release and expand and open, the effects will be much stronger. One last deep breath. And then take the body up, rotate the spine and down over the other leg. Keep the awareness on the area that needs to open up. Breathe into it, create more space. And on the out breath, release the tissues as the breath flows out. Up into the center, turn, down the other leg. Bring the awareness into the body, particularly into the area that's stretching. Feel how nice it is to get it to open, and as we breathe in, create more space. Like we're breathing into that area, stretching it more. And as the breath releases, release the tension, but hold the stretch. And expand and release the tissues like this a few times. A few more breaths. Only keep your awareness here, let everything else fade out. And then come up into the center. Lengthen out through the whole spine, through the neck. And twist the lower spine, the middle spine, and the neck. Look behind, lengthen the pelvis down towards the floor. Let that pressure send a wave up through the spine, helping you stretch up more. As the hips go down, head up. Release at the side. Turn the lower spine, the middle, and the upper, and the neck. Release the hips down to the floor, stretch the head up. Breathe nice and deep into the body. And release into the center. Lengthen up and twist the neck. Release into the center, twist the other way. Lengthen at the same time. And then bring the head down towards the chest. Slowly rotate it towards one shoulder, towards the back, almost all the way back, and then rotate down the same direction. Down towards the chest, over the shoulder, almost all the way to the back, and then back down again. Keep it nice and slow so the tissues and the sinews and all the muscles have time to release all around the neck. If we go fast, then it can create more tension. Slow so they have time to release. Last one. Almost all the way up. And down one side. And when you come down to the chest, slowly raise, lengthen up through the neck. All the way up. So spine should feel nice and open now. Neck lengthened. Then close the eyes. And just breathe into the whole body. Hopefully from the exercises and the stretches, the body should feel nice and open. So as we breathe in, the breath is able to open more and extend into the body deeper. Then slowly, slowly breathe out. And slowly, slowly breathe in. Breathe in deeper into the whole body. Slowly, slowly let it out. Release any unnecessary tension. And then slowly, slowly breathe in. Let it fill deeper in the body. Release, keep the mind inside the body. Release unnecessary tension. Slowly breathe in, fill the whole body. Let it rejuvenate. Do a few more breaths in your own time. Just keep the mind inside. Keep breathing in this fashion. Just letting the body rejuvenate and the energy rejuvenate. And hopefully our mind settling. Our mind always always tends to be too busy thinking about lots of different things. If we bring it in to the body, keeping it nice and stable, and mixing that with a good breathing, has a very energizing effect. Because we're not leaking energy and all these different thoughts, just keeping it on one thing inside the body. Giving the body and the energy time to move and open up in the way that it wants to. Last breaths. Keep the mind inside and just breathe. Don't let the mind wander. In my training sessions, I always like mixing physical strengthening, opening, mobility of the body, so we get good physical health, and also mixing that with Qigong practice and breath work to build and open up the energy body, energize the body, and make that part of our health stronger. And then mixing that with Neigong and meditation, where we train our mind to be more stable and focused to prepare for more meditation work and spiritual work.